Hello everybody, I think we are live. Excited to show you what I have today. Let me just square away, let's see. Make sure I'm on live. It's a beautiful day today, so if you're not joining live, I understand. It's like picture perfect out here. What am I looking for? Here we go. That's what I want. Okay. So as long as I know we are live, oops, sorry. We're good to go. So I thought to go along with my email that went out yesterday, I talked about it's Thinking of You week next week. And then with the Queen passing away and my love of tea, and I trying to put it all together. So we're going to make these really cute tea, not really a treat, but it's a like a matchbook tea holder. And so I think they make really nice gifts, especially then if you're thinking of somebody, you can send them a tea holder. And you can do it with all the things you have at home. Really all you need is a piece of cardstock and a scorer, and then you can decorate as you see fit. And tear and tape was helpful, but you can use glue too. So I think we have a few people on. Say hello, let me know you are watching, and we're good. And then I'm just getting my table set up, and I'm gonna show you. I have 4 samples. I'm just gonna make one, but I have 4 samples to show you. These really cute tea treats, and I'm gonna make more. I think I might make a Christmas one, and maybe I'll send it out in my 12 weeks of Christmas email series that will be coming up, believe it or not, shortly. All right, we have some people. Hello, Debbie. Hello, another Debbie. Hello, Kelly. Awesome. Thank you for joining. Okay, great. Yeah, it is perfect today. So I don't know. I know some of you don't live near me, and so your weather might not be as, like, it's just gorgeous out there. So we might not have the New England folk joining us today, and that's okay. I'm going to flip my camera, and so give me a second here so you can see how to make these holders here. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and let me see how the lighting, oh, that's okay. I don't have my light on, but sometimes that's okay because then we don't have the glare. All right, push this down a little bit more. And then are we straight? I really need to get a better system. Okay. There we go. Now we're nice and straight. All right. Excellent. All right. So, Nancy, if anyone who knows Nancy Golembeski, you can tag her. She actually was, she introduced me to stamping, actually 16 years ago. 16 years ago this fall, I took my first class at a local YWCA, which is really cool. They had classes. And so it didn't take me long. I decided to sign up under her because I loved it so much and I just wanted to do more and more and more. So anyway, she sent me this little tea treat a couple years ago and I saved it because I loved it. And so here's the tea. The tea's probably older, but that's okay. So it's this little pocket and it's like a matchbook holder. So it flips in like that. So I save a lot of my projects and I use them as inspiration to make new things. And then when I was thinking for today, this is what popped in my mind. So this, I think everything is, retired, and that doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you how I decorated one. So this is the one, I'm going to show you a couple, but this is the one I'm going to make today. So it's the same thing. I actually made a few measurement adjustments. And so see the tea, I did it so it matched the paper. Hers was, this little pocket was a little narrower, so you can kind of see how the tea fits in there, but it's a little squished. And so I just adjusted it and made mine a little bit wider so the whole tea bag fits in there without the squinching. And you can actually fit 2 in there. I think 2 is the maximum, but you can fit 2 in there and it still closes. I'm just going to leave one because we're going to make this one. So we're going to make this one, and then you can do all sorts of things. So if you don't have the tea set, I just did a flower. And then this, actually, I have someone to give this to at Pickleball. She lent me something, so I'm going to give this to her as a thank you. And then I did, just because blue and white is so China-ish, you know what I mean, with the teapots and everything, so I thought the blue was nice. And I actually left that one blank. I may go back and put something on it, but I think it looks pretty blank. And of course that matches. So you can see, let's see, let me get my teas out. Most tea bags are the same size. I have, yeah, so Tetley, Stash, Twinings, they're all the same size. So they all fit with these measurements. I have this tea bag, which is a little bit wider and longer. It's a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to think. You might be, if you have a wider tea bag, yeah, you could just squish it kind of like Nancy did with this one. And oh, the Tazo is the same size as this one too. So, so you can kind of fit a different one in there. So it should fit for most, I won't say for all, but for most tea bags. All right, so let's get making here. I have measurements. Make sure those are on the screen so you can copy those down if you want. I'll get out my paper cutter. Yeah, okay, you can see them. All right. And that should be in there. All right, so I'm using Calypso Coral, and this is just a regular cardstock. So this is 8.5, so I'm just gonna leave that as it is and cut the base 3.5 wide. And then the pocket is going to be 2 3/4 by 7. So I'll just do this one, 2 3/4. So I can get partial T1 out of that one. That is 7. All right, so those are the two pieces that you need, your base and then your pocket. So the base is going to be scored at 3.5, 4, and 7 3/4. And then the pocket is going to have a bunch of scores. 2 3/4, 3. So these are to make that little side folding part. 3 1/4, and then 6, 6 1/4. And so for this Stampin' Up! One, sometimes it's hard to see the measurements between the 6 and the 6.5. There is a mark. I put a little paint pen on there so I can kind of see it without looking too closely for my 1/4 inch. And 6.5. All right, so that's what we need for measurements. Oh, actually, I have to take that back because I have to cut the pattern paper. So we'll do that. So this is adjustable, right? So you could do whatever size pattern you want on there. And likewise, you can do whatever size you want. I actually liked how Nancy did hers. Is a little bit of a skinnier strip, and I think it works well with her stamp, the teacup stamp. But I just did a circle, so I made it a bigger pattern. So you have a lot of leeway with that one. But these are the measurements for the one I'm going to make, and then you can just adjust. So it's kind of nice because you can use a regular, if you have a 6x6 piece of paper, you can get two tea sets, 2 of these with 1 piece of 6x6 paper. So I'm just using the other piece of this one. So that's already 3 inches. And so I need by 3 1/4. And the 3 inches goes this, the wide. And then I need 2.5 by 2.5. All right, do you guys like drinking tea? I have. Actually, I don't even think I had tea yesterday, which is very rare. I usually have between 2 and 3 cups a day. I love it, but I don't like coffee, so I am definitely a tea drinker. All right, so hopefully you can see this. I'm going to actually put this one on first. So hopefully, let's see. I don't have my, let me just plug in my light so you can see. See if that helps. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Well, there's the score lines, so let me kind of fold. So this is like the little tab that we're going to do it closed, but do you see like that's the little, like the binder you know, the pocket. And then this goes, it's like a little zigzag fold like that. So this is gonna go like that. So I'm gonna put on this right here. Oh yeah, that looks better with the light. I guess I should have had it on in the first place. The only thing is sometimes there's a little glare. All right, and this paper, I feel like it's cute because it has hearts. It's from, it's part of my, I do the paper shares, and I always buy myself a share too, so I have the samples of all the papers. And so it was from the butterfly one. This is the first time I've used it actually. It's the, it's pretty, it's the butterflies on the back. Okay, so now I'm going to use tear and tape. You could use glue. You guys know that I use glue all the time. But for this, it's just a little faster drying. Really, there's no drying time. It just instantly sticks. So I'm just going to use the tear and tape for this. All right, we got more people on. Susan, hello. I was just saying how the weather is so perfect. I thought all the New England folk would be indoors. Kelly loves hot tea. Hot in the morning and ice the rest of the day. Oh, that's good. I do have actually iced tea with dinner. Yeah, I just love it. I usually have it around, sometimes I have it in the morning, not always. All right, so what I'm doing is just closing this. And then usually around 3 o'clock, I have a cup of tea, and a lot of times my son, who's 23, finishing school at home, joins me, which is really sweet. Especially during COVID, we sat and had tea every day at the table, which was very sweet. And then again, around 10 o'clock at night. So yeah. All right, so I'm just folding this on these score lines. So this, you can see, becomes like a matchbook. So you could even do other stuff with this. You could put like a Post-it note holder in here. You could put, I don't know. You can think of something. But this is what I thought would be good for this project. All right, so I'm just gonna glue this down. And the other Susan's joining us. Hello, Susan. We got 2 Susans, 2 Debbies, 1 Kelly. I need another Kelly on here. Okay. All right, so that's gonna go like that. So actually, if both of you Susans joined in late, we're making a like a matchbook tea holder, and this is where my inspiration piece came from. Nancy, who I signed up for through Stampin' Up with like almost 16 years ago, gave me this. Not 16 years ago, but fairly recently, and I just saved it because I thought it was really cute. So I altered the directions slightly. So this is one thing I'd altered. She stapled this part right here to keep, because you need that little part to keep close so you can tuck it in. And Stampin' Up! Used to sell this really cool staple that I still have that does, it's like a one-handed, and it does it in this direction, but they don't sell it anymore. So this works. So if you just put tear and tape right along where that fold is, put that there. I'm going to put tear and tape on the back here. And again, I could use glue too for this, but this is just, it dries instantly. All right, and so I want this to go a little bit under. So just kind of eyeballing it. If you want, you can put your tea in it and then make sure it's in there. And then I'm going to take this off and fold this closed. So it creates still that little lip there to close it. So if you have one of those cool staplers, you can staple it and then put something on top, just like she did here. Or you can just do the tear and tape, and that works just fine. All right, so that's kind of the mechanism, Fred, of our little matchbook. So now we just need to decorate it. So I already kind of pre-stamped and cut. Oh, it's sticking. And I used the tea set just because I figured that kind of goes along with it, but you can use, like I did here, you can use flowers, you can use anything. And I already glued on the flowers because I thought that was easier, because I thought I wouldn't lose them. So this is going to go on the inside, and I know I have a little smudged there, but we're going to cover it up. Not to worry. So let's get together soon. Again, going with that Thinking of You week. Could make some of these, drop them off. You could put them in the mail. They are, let's see. If you were going to put it in the mail, I would not tuck this under, because if you tuck it under, it's a little thick and you have this piece that will get smushed. So if you just slide that out and you can mail it that way, I think that would mail okay. You might need like 2 stamps because it might be, it's probably a little thicker than the 1/4 inch, but it should mail just nice. I'll actually mail some and we'll see how they do. I already stamped and cut out Thank You for Your Friendship, which is in this same stamp set. Just gonna glue that on. And then like for these two, I just cut an extra piece of the pattern paper rather than having the words down there. All right, so let's stick our tea bag in there. We'll tuck this under. So I would definitely tuck this under before you decorate the front, because that way you can kind of center, because you're losing a little bit there, you can center it better on there. So I'm just going to put it like that. And again, I'm gluing it down because I don't want it to have too many bumps. I want it to be kind of flat rather than using dimensionals. You could, but I think it might wear better. You could, I don't know, I think it would work better with glue down. All right, we have Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. All right. I think I put too much glue on the handle, so I'm just going to let it sit there and then dry on its own. And there we go. So those two are the same. So it lifts right up. Let's get together soon with a little cup of tea. Again, 2 do fit in there. You can fit 2 cups in there. And then, maybe not slide so down. Tuck that back. There we go. I think 2 fit in this one better. This one's just gonna have 1 cup. So maybe actually if you put it together, if you want 2 cups of tea in it, put the tea in it before you kind of assemble everything. Okay. So again, I have the blue one. I have the blue tea bag that went in there. And I have the nice purple one with the flowers. Again, so it doesn't have to be tea, and it's going to be a little thank you to somebody. And then this was the original, which had, this was slightly narrower for those who joined in late. I kind of made my dimensions a little bit thicker. But there you go. Alrighty, so let's see. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, that's okay, Mary, if you come on late. Yeah, rewatch. This one's actually not that long, but what we made are these little Matchbook tea packages, tea gifts. And then here are the dimensions. I think, yep, you can still see them. And then I wrote up, let's see, can we get it all on one screen? We only need 1 of those. Actually, here, I'll just leave those there. So for September, there's actually kind of a lot happening. It's the end of the Stampin' Up! Year, so their year begins on October 1st, so that you might see a little scrambling from some people, kind of at the end, kind of wrapping things up for the year. Today, I remember I wrote yesterday, but we discovered last week that the weekly deals, there's like this, it's not really a glitch, it's just however the computer system works, because Stampin' Up! Is in 10... or actually 9 different countries, although they're going to be in Belgium and Ireland soon. How the crossover works, anyways, you can access both deals now, today only, or Wednesdays only, I should say. So the things that were on sale for the past week, plus the things that are supposed to start tomorrow, they're both live now. And there's a bunch of really nice ribbons A lot of them were, you could definitely turn them into Christmas kind of things. So if you need any of that. Tomorrow is 15% off all stamp sets, all except the host sets. So it's virtually all of their stamp sets in the annual catalog, not the ones in the holiday, just the annual catalog. And that's tomorrow only. And then there's that Perfect Partners, they're calling it. So there's 6 different stamp sets. This stuff's all on my blog. 6 stamp sets that they introduce dies to go with. And so the dies are not in the catalog, but they're available for September only. And, oh, hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining, and thanks for telling me that you're new. I love to have new people joining us and finding the fun projects. And then they introduced a new Christmas tag kit in their kits collection. And so I think there's 3 Christmas kits. There's one that actually I ordered. I just got it. And so I'm going to do something with it to show you. But it has the, like the cinnamon sticks and the oranges and the star anise. And then someone said the other day that could even be a nice Thanksgiving card. It's like Christmas. It's like warm and comforting. It doesn't have to be Christmas. There's a Christmas card, another Christmas card kit that was left over from last year. And then they have this new tag kit. And lastly, the World Card Making Day is coming up on October 1st that anyone can sign up for. So again, that information is on my blog too. You just sign up for it and you'll get an email a few days beforehand with a link to watch it. It's not on Facebook. It's on their own special platform, and they are going to be making cards for you to watch and to copy or get inspired by. And there are 3 different bundles they are using. I don't remember the names of them. But if you wanted to buy them, you can buy them and make your projects along with them. You could order them later. One of the bundles is it's almost like a pre-order. It will be in the January through June catalog of next year. So it's kind of like a little sneak peek. And actually, I think you were Cheryl. I'm gonna email you after this because you're on my list. If you order the bundle, one of the 3 bundles, make sure you also put in the code because you get free pearls or free gems. There was a little glitch, so they weren't automatically sent with people. So I'll put that in an email maybe for tomorrow. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. But yeah, actually, I'll probably put a lot of this in my email tomorrow. Let's see. Susan, today is Wednesday. Yes, so for this one, the weekly deals are supposed to start on Thursdays. Every Thursday, a new thing, just for September. However, there's some computer glitchy, whatever, the crossover, something, I don't know. So for Wednesdays, you can kind of have access to both sets of deals. So you can see what's been on sale for the past week, but you could also have access to what's supposed to go on sale tomorrow, but it kind of went on sale today because Australia is a day ahead of us. And so anyways, you have access to both. That's today. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yes. Thursday. Gotcha. Thank you. Thursday is the 15% off, not today. So that's probably what you were saying. Thank you very much. All right. So recap, we made these cute little tea things. And then I even have, this is like holiday tea, the Twinings, and I'm sure other companies come out with different holiday teas. So this is, I think, last year. So you can even come up with a little holiday theme one. And so I might do that with one of my 12 weeks of Christmas ideas. So if you're not on my mailing list, I suggest you getting on them because starting in 2 or 3 weeks, believe it or not, is 12 weeks before Christmas. And I send out a special email with projects only to my email list. They're not on my Facebook Live. They're not on videos. They are only for my email list. It's a kind of a thank you and to being on it. So you can just go to my blog, mailsomethingpretty.com, and you can sign up for my list. Alrighty. I think that's all I had for you guys. But I hope you like these. Again, next week is Thinking of You week, so I thought these would be perfect to send to someone in the mail or even drop off on the doorstep or hand in person. And they really take no time at all to make them, especially once you do one, you can zip right through them. They're pretty quick. And then use up a bunch of the papers that you have, decorate them with whatever you have. I think they look pretty with anything. Okay, thanks, Susan. Nancy, you made it, and I'm all done. But you can watch the replay. I'll show you real quick. A different Nancy gave me this a little while ago, and I really liked it. It's a little tea pocket, and so I save a lot of things, and then I either use them as a design or a starting place to retweak them. And so we made this one. So we made a little matchbook tea set. So I showed you how to do it, and it's really easy. Those are all the measurements, and I think you could do it. I think you'll like it. All right, have a wonderful day. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and maybe, Susan, I will write those garden club minutes that I haven't done yet. It's so nice out. They might happen tomorrow. All right. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you like the projects that I do. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.